Shalom Akim. First foremost, give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachakudash, double honors under the Elders Apostle Green Millstone, the Elders Green Millstone, and of course, peace and blessings under the hopeful elect, the sincere servants of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, serve him in truth and sincerity. Yes, on the brother Chayaba from GMS Plain Tables Camp. Come back, Lord, and let us know the Spirit. Yes, this lesson be based off of this article from nationalnews.com, which is entitled, it says, a new strain emerges, first human case of H5N5 bird flu hospitalizes Washington patient. And this is just going to current events. Again, you can look this up anywhere on Google. And, well, basically, is going into this new pestilence in the scriptures. And as we know, of course, the scriptures prophesy how there's going to be famines. We already know, we had the big pestilence that passed back in 2020. And again, we know what's going on, but at the end of the day, scriptures prophesy how there will be famines. That's like a pestilence. Well, famines too, of course, but as well pestilences. So it says what? So going back to the article, it says Washington State resident has been hospitalized, marking the first confirmed human infection globally with the H5N5 strain of avian influenza. The patient, who has underlying health conditions, owned a backyard poultry flock and had contact with wild birds, which is most likely source of the infection. Health officials state there is no current evidence that H5N5 is more transmissible or severe than other bird flu strains, and consider the immediate public health risk to be low. The case demonstrates the virus capacity to evolve and reassort unexpectedly, causing serious illness in humans through new genetic combinations. While this is an isolated case, it underscores a persistent threat that avian flu viruses could evolve to spread efficiently between humans, potentially causing a devastating epidemic, as you can see the word right there. So, and again, we know how the elites, and we know how the elites have their pawns, such as Elon Musk, Bill Gates, so on and so forth. Sam Altman, basically all these technocrats. What they basically use these guys to push their agenda. The elites, the ones at the top. But the elite international banking families, all Edomites. Specifically, of course, we know to be Amalek, the chief tribe of the nation of Edom. And, we obviously know who Esau is. You're seeing Esau right here, these people. And as we know, Bill Gates himself said, Bill Gates says, so this is back in January 26, 2025, it says, Bill Gates says the odds of another epidemic in the next 4 years are 10 to 50%, and we're not prepared. Another article says, Bill Gates says next epidemic can emerge anywhere, and the world isn't prepared. We can't afford to get caught flat-footed again. And what they've been saying, there's going to be a next epidemic. How would they know? But it goes to show you that they're the ones who are behind it. But what the point is that, again, scriptures say there's going to be pestilences. Let's go ahead and get Matthew chapter 24. And 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there should be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Of course, this is a red letter. This is Yahushai speaking. And we know what pestilence is when you get the word for pestilence within the Greek. Greek word is loimos. Yeah, loimos meaning, plague. A plague or dis-ease. So plague, it says, or figuratively a pest. Yeah, so a plague. So prophecy is being fulfilled. And again, can this be? Well, let's see. We know, of course, how the 2020 pestilence started. It started with just, over there in China. It started out, of course, with a bat. This time it could start the same way, but basically a bird. And of course, while we're doing reporting current events, so going back to the article, it says, yet the emergence of H5N5 serves as a stark reminder of the virus's capacity to adapt. As health officials monitor this single case, the broader lingering concern articulated by global bodies remain that flu strain could evolve to spread efficiently among humans, a scenario with the potential to cause an epidemic with devastating consequences. For now, the watchful waiting continues. Again, so, could this get into something? Maybe, because, again, we understand Esau likes to play his cards, but we just got to wait to see. Could it be something even worse? Again, possibly, but again, we just have to see. Well, without a doubt, more pestilence will come. It says Matthew chapter 24:7 again, for nations shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And this Yahushua speaking. Onto, of course, his disciples. So, of course, we know what's going to happen. And obviously we know, of course, Yahushua will reserve his elect. Of course, so we're warning the people so that they get right, so that they don't get, ultimately, they're not taken by these judgments. Even though, of course, we're going to have to pass through the fire, ultimately, Yahushua will reserve us through it. We're not going to be judged and basically taken by these judgments like these people are. Because these people are literally going to be dying out here. In suffering. Again, ultimately, we understand how we're gonna have to pass through the fire. But again, Yahushua will reserve his elect. The Lord's gonna protect us at the end of the day. Have a spiritual hedge. So obviously, that's why it's important to get right now. So I just want to bring that real quick. Just a quick lesson touching on this. Those you brothers out there are edified. Yahweh Bashmi Al Shai, Bashmi Gargodash Bakathum. Shalom.